All right, let's bring in now former acting Attorney General, senior fellow at ACI co-chair Matthew Whitaker. Great to see you, Matt.
Hey, good to be with you today.
You know, I am not surprised by any of this. I mean, you have Tanya Chutkan in D.C., worked at the same law firm as Hunter Biden, run by a Democrat there. We have Fani Willis dating a prosecutor who had no experience, who gets meetings at the White House. I mean, a conflict of interest. It seems like this is just par for the course with the folks going after Trump these days.
It really does. And if you think about all of these cases, ultimately they're trying to keep the evidence away from the juries. And this case, to some extent, has just spun completely out of control because of these runaway judges and these juries in blue jurisdictions that obviously don't have positive feelings towards President Trump. Ultimately, and I expect that the appeals court, which is obviously, going to look at this judgment and especially the punitive damage number, which is just astronomical, and set that aside, because ultimately this is not how the law works. Somebody should be able to defend themselves, should be able to present evidence about the plaintiff and the plaintiff's bizarre utterances in previously, and also the fact that Donald Trump has never met this woman except in passing to take one picture at a celebrity event. So, you add all that up, and I just don't think, other than the headline that they're going to get for several days, ultimately the appeals court will reverse this, I expect.
Yeah, it was sort of disgusting how some of the leftist media was sort of, celebrating this, as you mentioned. She was not. The defamation there, I mean, the money's astronomical. You also couple it with what we may be seeing coming down the road this week from Judge Engoron, $370 million in that case, too. The numbers are just, they're skyrocket numbers here, and they're really have a lot of people shaking their heads. How do you think Judge Engoron's ruling will go?
Yeah, well, it could happen at any time here. I think the expectation is at the end of January, he will issue a ruling. Obviously, all of these things are an attempt to break Donald Trump, take away his, assets, and to kick him out of the state of New York. Very hostile place for Donald Trump, even though all the things he's done to try to make New York City and the state of New York better. But at the end of the day, all of these things, are going to fall by the wayside because the rule of law and actually the underlying facts are going to prevail. And in the civil case where they're trying to revoke his ability to do business and make him liquidate his assets and pay a fine, I just don't think that is going to stand the test of time ultimately when that judgment is appealed from the expected judge's ruling.
Excellent. I want to get your thoughts before we let you go. This tragedy that happened, 3 U.S. troops killed in Jordan, many others injured. The number may rise. We know at least 34 traumatic brain injuries. This is just to see the amount of strikes happening and what could happen next. I know that, under Trump, he took out Soleimani. It was a very different world, Matt, and it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, my heart breaks for these families of these soldiers that have not only lost their lives, but many of them are gravely injured. Ultimately, this falls at the feet of Joe Biden and his policies, and his policy of appeasement towards Iran, and Iran's ability to use the money that was given to them by the United States through Joe Biden's negotiations to fund their proxies, whether it's the Houthis or whether it is these folks in Syria. In Iraq, I mean, our war fighters should be able to fight, and we shouldn't play with one hand tied behind our backs. I hope that our response is overwhelming, but I don't expect that Joe Biden is a strong leader, and I don't think he's going to do anything that he feels offends the Iranians, and that's not where we should be. We should be in a place of strength and toughness, and the world should fear us. We should not be trying to cower to Iranian thugs and folks that don't want the United States to succeed.
And let's hope one day we get back there. Matthew Whitaker, always a pleasure. Thank you.